Hi! In this lesson, we are going to introduce the data structure known as arrays. Imagine you've been tasked to keep track of all your test scores in one class in a program. This is easy if you only have a few tests in the year. But what if you have 15 tests throughout the year? This makes it a lot harder because we need to keep track of 15 different variables in our program. What if there was a way to store all of these scores in one place? So we'd only need one variable named test scores. Well, introducing arrays. An array is a place to store multiple values or data under one variable name. Let's group all of the 15 test scores into one array. There, much easier. Now we only need one variable named test scores to hold all of the 15 test scores. Arrays can hold any variety of items. For example, a list of items to get at the grocery store, or things on a to-do list, or a record of daily temperatures, or a collection of an athlete's race times, or even a group of graphic circle variables. Let's now break down the array syntax. Similar to basic variables, arrays have a variable name. To designate what's in an array, you have open and closed square brackets, which surround any number of and type of items, like strings, numbers, graphics, etc. These items are separated by commas. Let's go back to our grocery list array to talk about the locations of each item in the array. When we create this array, we are creating a structure that kind of looks like this, where the top are the values stored in the array, and the bottom are the locations in the array, called array indexes. An index is like the address for an item in the array. The first item always has an index of 0, and then each following has an increasing index value, for example, 1, 2, 3, etc. We can use the index values to access the individual items in an array. Let's say we want to access the first item in our grocery list. We could type grocery list brackets 0, where the number 0 in the brackets is the item's index. If we want to print out this first item, we could type console.log grocery list brackets 0, which would print out kiwis. What do you think this will print out? Eggs. We can also use indexes to assign a new value to a specific location. For example, let's say that instead of pasta, we want to get rice. If we type grocery list brackets 1 equals rice, we are telling the computer to replace the value stored at index 1 with rice. Now if we print this item, we'll get rice. Awesome! Let's jump into the editor to look at a couple of live examples of arrays. Here we have our main function structure, and let's start by creating an array of test scores that we will work with. So I will input here a few test scores, again separated by commas. And the first thing I'd like to do is I'm going to print out the first item in the array. And remember, the first item has an index of 0. So if I run this, we see that 95 is printed, which is the first item in the array. Next, let's print the fourth item in the array. And remember, it starts at index 0, so the fourth item is actually index 3. And there we go. The test score of 70 has printed out at index 3, but the fourth item. Okay, let's set up a second array. And this case will be our shopping list with a few items that we need to get at the grocery store. And this time, let's create a variable that will hold the index of the item that we're interested in. So we'll start with an index of 2. And let's print out now the item in the array at that index of 2. And we can use the variable name in the brackets because it's storing that value of 2. And so if I run this, we see that the item milk, which is the third item in the array, or index 2, is printed out. So now what we'll do is we'll use that variable with still the value of 2 to assign a new value to that index. And I'm just going to move the print line down to the bottom, and we see that it prints out cake now because we have reassigned cake to be the third item in the array.